Oh, Juicy set up smirk. All right, settle in. Here's a full, cinematic continuation of your story, expanding it into a rich, emotional narrative with twists, depth, and payoff. A female millionaire walks into a mechanic's shop, and freezes when she sees her ex-husband. The luxury SUV coughed one last time before rolling to a humiliating stop just outside the garage. Elena cross-exhaled slowly, gripping the steering wheel as if sheer willpower might restart the engine. The dashboard lit up like a Christmas tree, warnings she hadn't seen since the early days, when money was tight and failure hovered constantly over her shoulder. She checked her watch. Late. Again. With a sigh, she stepped out of the car, heels clicking sharply against oil-stained concrete. The mechanic's shop was small, tucked between a shuttered bakery and a laundromat with flickering neon lights. Not exactly her world anymore. The smell of grease, metal, and burnt rubber hit her instantly. Then she heard his voice. Low, familiar, calm in the way that once made her feel safe. Elbow wrench, no, the other one. Her body went still. Elena's heart skipped, then slammed hard against her ribs as she turned toward the sound. Behind the open hood of an old pickup truck stood Mark Rivera. Her ex-husband, sleeves rolled up, forearms smudged with oil, hair slightly longer than she remembered, a faint scar on his cheek she didn't recognize. He looked older, not weaker, just worn in a way life does when it's been honest with you. For a split second, he didn't see her. Elena considered leaving. She could turn around, call roadside assistance, have the SUV towed to a dealership where espresso machines hummed and no ghosts lived. That would be easy. Instead, Mark looked up. Their eyes met. Time stalled. The shop noise faded into a dull hum as recognition flashed across his face, shock first, then something unreadable. His jaw tightened, and he straightened slowly, wiping his hands on a rag that was already ruined. Elena, he said quietly. She swallowed. Mark. Silence stretched between them like a loaded wire. You own this place? She asked, gesturing vaguely, as if the answer wasn't already obvious. He nodded once. 5 years now. Good for you. The words sounded stiff, formal. Like a business meeting, not like two people who once shared a mattress on the floor of a studio apartment and dreamed out loud about a future neither could afford. He glanced at her SUV. What's wrong with it? Engine light. Then, everything. A corner of his mouth twitched despite himself. They do that. Another pause. You want me to take a look? He asked. Elena hesitated. Pride screamed at her to say no. Her calendar screamed louder. Yes, she said. Please. Mark worked in silence, methodical and focused. Elena watched from a cracked vinyl chair near the wall, her designer coat draped carefully over her arm, suddenly out of place among the dented toolboxes and peeling paint. She remembered this version of him, the way he disappeared into work, the way his hands always seemed to know what to do even when life didn't. You still don't sit still, he said without looking up. She blinked. What? Your foot? He nodded. You're tapping. She stopped. Some habits die hard, some don't, he replied. The words landed heavier than intended. So, Mark said after a moment, I hear you're doing well. She almost laughed. Is that what they call it? Billion-dollar headlines, magazine covers, self-made tech queen breaks records. Success that tasted like victory and loneliness in equal measure. Congratulations, he added, genuine. Thank you. She studied him. I didn't know you stayed in the city. Didn't think you'd care, he said simply. Fair. The divorce had been quiet. No screaming, no lawyers clawing at each other's throats. Just two exhausted people signing papers after too many nights arguing about money, time, and dreams pulling in opposite directions. She wanted more. He wanted steadiness. You still fixing broken things? She asked softly. He glanced at her then. Someone's gotta. An hour later, he closed the hood. Fuel injectors shot, he said. I can fix it. Won't be pretty, but it'll run. How much? He named a number that was laughably small to her now. Elena reached for her wallet, then paused. Add a zero. Mark frowned. Elena. Mark. She cut in gently. Please, don't make this weird. He studied her face for a long moment, searching for something, pity, arrogance, distance. He found none. Finally, he nodded. All right. As she stood to leave, rain began hammering the roof, sudden and loud. Looks like you're stuck for a bit, he said. She smiled faintly. Seems fitting. They shared coffee from mismatched mugs in the tiny office, rain streaking down the windows like the past replaying itself. You ever regret it? He asked quietly. She knew what he meant. Yes, she admitted. Do you? He thought for a long time. No, he said finally. But sometimes, I miss it. She nodded. Me too. When the rain slowed and her car was ready, Elena stood at the door. Mark, she said, if you ever want something different, funding, expansion, anything, call me. He smiled, small but real. Careful, sounds like a business proposal. Maybe, she said, or maybe I just don't want to lose touch again. He met her gaze. Then don't. As she drove away, the engine humming steadily beneath her, Elena realized something unexpected. Success had given her everything she wanted. But standing in that garage had reminded her of something she'd lost. And this time, she wasn't sure she wanted to keep driving away. If you want a romantic reunion ending, a slow burn second chance love arc, or a twist where he's secretly far more successful than he seems, just say the word winking face 1500 WAD.